Hello friends, today in this video we are going to learn about the heat treatment of the steel. As we know that in engineering metallurgy, the heat treatment of the steel is a very crucial and very important topic. So in this video we are going to learn about the very basic information regarding the heat treatment of the steels. So starts with the introduction about the heat treatment. Okay, so we know that it may be defined as an operation or combination of the operation involving heating, holding and cooling of a metal or alloy in a solid state to obtain desirable condition and properties. Okay, now what are the steps involved in that particular heat treatment? First, heating of the steel up to austenizing temperature, holding it for some period of the time, and finally quenching in a proper cooling media. Now we will discuss what are the cooling media available for that particular heat treatment processes. Before that, we will discuss what are the objectives or purpose of the heat treatment. So the very first purpose of the heat treatment is to increase or to decrease hardness, wear and abrasion resistance of the steel, to alter the mechanical, physical or chemical properties of the steel, to reduce or eliminate the internal stresses induced after the cold working, to modify the grain size of the steel. As we know that the properties and microstructure of the steel is very much dependent upon the grain size. So it is very important to keep the control on the grain size of that particular steel. So heat treatment plays a very important role in that particular modification of the grain size. And finally, to improve the machinability or corrosion resistance of the steel. So overall, the purpose of the heat treatment is what? To improve, to enhance the mechanical, chemical or physical properties of particular steel, to enhance or to decrease the properties. Now, what are the cooling media available for that particular heat treatment process of the steel? So as we can see that there are some media, caustic soda is there, 5 to 10% caustic soda, 5 to 20% brine, cold water, warm water, mineral oil, animal oil, vegetable oil, air. These are the some cooling media used for that particular heat treatment of the steel. Now water is prepared when hardening plain carbon steel and oils are for the quenching alloy steel. So specifically we can see that water is preferred when hardening plain carbon steel and oils are for the quenching of the alloy steels. Now the very important, what are the basic types? Actually there are the n number of the heat treatment processes are available, but in this video we are discussing the basic heat treatment processes majorly used in the heat treatment of the steel. Now the first is annealing. It can be defined as the heating the steel slowly above the critical temperature, holding it at some time and cooling it slowly to a room temperature in the furnace. Now the purpose of that annealing is to reduce the internal stresses, to reduce the hardness, to improve the machinability, to increase the ductility, to refine the crystalline structure and to prepare the steel for subsequent heat treatment process. Now next is the normalizing. It involves heating the steel to about 40 degree to 50 degree Celsius above its upper critical limit, holding at this temperature for a period of time and then cool in air. The structure produced by this process is perlite or perlite in a ferrite matrix or perlite in a cementite matrix. So the structure obtained in this process, which is the perlite, is known as the eutectoid phase. The perlite in a ferrite matrix is a hypoeutectoid phase, or perlite in a cementite matrix is the hypereutectoid phase steel, or we can say eutectoid steel, hypoeutectoid steel and hypereutectoid steel. Now what is the purpose of normalizing? Now to produce the uniform structure, refine the grain size of the steel, to achieve the required strength and ductility in a steel, reduce internal stresses, to improve the structure in welds, produce a harder and stronger steel. Then full annealing, eliminate the carbide network at the grain boundaries of hypereutectoid steel to improve the engineering properties of the steel. Now you can see the comparison of annealed component and normalized component. Okay, so in the anneal component, as we can see, the steels have the lower tensile impact strength, but in comparison to normalized component, they are having the higher tensile and impact strength. In case of the annealing, ductility and machinability is somewhat higher. In normalizing, ductility and machinability is somewhat lower. Hardness and toughness is less in the case of annealing, but in case of normalizing, hardness and toughness is more. Internal stresses are almostly eliminated in the annealing. In normalizing, internal stresses are remain. The microstructure shows perlite almost in accordance with the Fe-Ap3C diagram, that is iron-iron carbon equilibrium diagram, and microstructure shows, in case of the normalizing, shows more perlite than observed in the anneal component. Now another heat treatment is the hardening, which is done by the quenching. The purpose of that particular heat treatment is to harden the steel to the maximum level by austenite to martensite transformation, and to increase the wear resistance and cutting ability of the steel. Now when we are going to cool the austenite steel rapidly, that time that austenite steel gets converted into the martensite, which is the very harder phase in the heat treatment of the steel. Martensite is the very hardest phase in the heat treatment of the steel. Now another is the tempering. Now in this process, the hardened steel is heated below the lower critical temperature, hold it at this temperature for 1 to 2 hours, and then cooling either rapidly or slowly. Now what is the purpose of tempering? To relieve the residual stresses, to improve the ductility, to improve the toughness, to reduce the hardness, to increase the percentage elongation, to eliminate the retained austenite. Now actually the tempering is nothing but it is a heating a quenched steel below the eutectoid temperature. We can say it is a process of quenching the steel below eutectoid temperature to transform martensite to alpha plus Fe3C. So in this video we have discussed some of the basic heat treatment processes available for the engineering metallurgy. There are some other heat treatment processes also: martempering, quenching, austempering, ausforming, which we are going to discuss in our next video. Thank you.